to you live on this rainy February day. Well, it's raining in New York at least. Welcome to another one of my classes, a series where we will make painting together using my technique, which I call glitter and flow. And I hope you already watched the two videos that I posted. One of them is introduction to the technique, where I show what materials are needed and how it's done. And the other video is kind of an inspiration for a painting, where I showed this beautiful flower sculpture, which inspired me to make something similar on canvas using gold glitter outline and pale white, ivory, off-white petals, and a little bit of yellow in the middle. That's how I envision it. So and for that I got this square canvas, which is I think 8 by 8 inches. You can get the same size, or 10 by 10 would also be great. And I mentioned before that I recommend getting heavy duty canvas from Michaels because it's really nice and neat on the back. It's really quality canvas, and it's ready to hang. So for this class you will need you will be needing a canvas like this, pencils, compass, and a ruler. And also, in preparation for this class, I don't always like to go straight to the canvas, so I like to prepare myself and do some sketching. So I picked up a notebook like this, and I did like several sketches of the flower, and somehow I've come to this. I think it looks really nice and very similar to this design. So this is what we will be drawing on the canvas, and I will show you how. Okay, so let's get to it. Let me readjust my camera so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so in order to make the flower, we'll do a little drawing, a little geometry, I would say. We'll need to find the center of the canvas by drawing 2 diagonal lines, and then we will also draw 2 perpendicular lines through the center of the canvas. So let's do this, and since this ruler is kind of short, I have this little thing that's going to help me to draw diagonal lines. So let's adjust. I like everything to be symmetrical and perfect, and this is exactly where I can kind of spoil my desires here. Okay, so here we have the center. Now let's just make sure that we're in the middle of each side of the canvas, and since it's 8 inches, 8 by 8, I am just going to put a dot somewhere in the middle. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And same thing on this side. Actually, I don't have to do this side because I'll just line it up with the center and I should be fine here. So I do the same thing on this side. Okay, so we have the basic lines for our drawing, and you know, actually I forgot about something. I forgot to do something. I wanted to do a little, no, actually I'll keep the camera down. Okay, I wanted to do a little meditation. That's what I like to do before I start a painting, a new painting. I like to sort of, connect to it, charge it with my energy, sit still with it a little bit. So I encourage you to do the same, because before you start, making art, getting creative, it's really important that you're relaxed and centered and focused, and nothing is running through your head, through your mind. So let's do it. We'll just put our hands on canvas like this, close our eyes, and take a couple of deep breaths. And just be aware of yourself in your room, in your space, sacred space, where you're about to make a beautiful piece of art. And keep taking deep breath and kind of place yourself in this space. Acknowledge the sounds, maybe coming from the outside. And try to visualize your beautiful painting in its finished form. What it's going to look like, how beautiful, shiny and sparkling it's going to be, and how much you will enjoy yourself every time you look at it. Imagine how proud you're going to feel every time you look at it and you know that you made it with your own 2 hands. And acknowledge yourself for doing this, for trusting in yourself to do something new, something you have never done before. Because every time you step out of your comfort zone and apply yourself to learning something new, you're growing. You're receiving a knowledge. You're learning. Let's take a couple of final deep breaths before we start moving and get back to ourselves and get back to our tools and start working on the painting. So let's do it. I'm a little nervous myself because it's always kind of vulnerable experience to be starting something new. So I will start with the center, the place where it's going to be a little bit of yellow. So I will make a small circle. I don't want it to be like too much. Just a little delicate circle. And like in the real flower, I kind of want to make edges, you know, kind of like wavy. And when I trace it with glitter, I will make it kind of irregular shape, so it looks natural, like a real flower. Now let's mark where we want our petals, like first layer of petals, first circle. Let me get the drawing that I did. Okay, so here it is. So here is our center, and here are the first petals that will be in the front. So let's visually kind of identify how long from the center we want them to be, and make use our compass to make the first circle. So I hope you know how to make a circle. If you don't, it's very really easy. So you put the pointy part of the compass to the center and just draw a circle. Here we are, and as we go further, we will make like the next circle will be like a half of this one, this distance from the edge of the center to here, and we'll just, the next one will be like half of this distance. And following circles, I will make them kind of wider. It's going to be a little more distance. Or maybe not, we'll see. And please, in the comments, if you have questions, like if you want to be more precise, if you want me to measure this, please let me know. Actually, I'll give you the measurement now. So it's about 1.5 centimeters, like 15 millimeters, or yeah, 1/2 inch. Yes, it's easier, 1/2 inch. So let's draw our petals. I'll start here and make 4. One this way. Let's say like 4 directions. We're making 4 petals. And don't worry if they're not coming out perfect, because and I would say it's even better if they're not perfect, because it will look more natural, and it will give us a sort of sense like the flower is moving or dancing. So I kind of make it the bottom of the petal. I draw it a little bit, like not to this line, but a little bit short, because we'll have like another petal coming through like this, and I think it will look nice. Let's make them a little bit sharp, pointing. And if something does not come out right and you need to erase, you can use this little magic eraser. I think I posted the link to it. I really like it. It's called kneaded eraser, and I like it because it does not leave the shavings as like regular eraser does, like this one. Especially when you work on canvas, and canvas is a little rough and it produces a lot of shavings, and it's really annoying, especially when you have to pour the paint on later on. You want the surface to be clean. Okay, so I have 4 petals, and I'm adding, and I already have this one, which is kind of obstructed by the other 2, and I will do the same on the other side. And we have this sort of like a mandala looking drawing of a flower. And please, if I didn't even do the sound check, so please let me know how the sound is going, because I speak lower right now. would like to make sure that I can be heard. So I have this first layer of petals. Now let's do the next one, and I will show you how. So the next petals that will be obstructed by all of these, they will go approximately halfway into the next circle. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just going in the circle and doing the same thing. I'm really excited to start this drawing, this beautiful flower, because lotus flower has a really big meaning, spiritual meaning. It symbolizes growth, evolvement. Okay, here we are starting. The next circle of petals will be reaching the edges of this circle, so it will go like this. So it's a symbol of growth, like, you know, the beautiful lotus flower or the lily, water lily. It grows from the mud. All it needs is just water and mud or earth, and it grows. It comes out on the surface in a beautiful, beautiful shape. And in my life, I try to grow as a person. I try to grow spiritually, and it doesn't really stop. Okay, let's go with the next circle, and once again they will go halfway, about halfway in this circle, next circle. I'm just imagining how beautiful it will look under black light, because we'll be using a special layer of paint, which will produce this iridescent effect. Under the black light, and it's going to be really something very visually stimulating and psychedelic, I would say. And it's okay if the leaves look a little bit off center. It's all for good reason. It will, in the end, it will look, no matter what, it will look amazing. Okay, where I'm starting next iteration. And later on, after we are done with the drawing, we will need to trace all of these lines with the glitter glue, but we'll do it during the next class. For now, I would like for you to take your time, watch this video, and start working on your own drawing. And it's a really relaxing and sort of serene experience. And it would be also great to turn on some meditative music and light up candles. Because this creative process, the experience of drawing and creating is a really sacred experience, and that's how you want it to be, in a complete, relaxing, safe environment where you won't be bothered or interrupted. Okay, I'm starting the next, and as you can see, the petals are becoming larger, which is what we want to have happen. It will also aid, it will help in the whole visual experience. It will look more 3D, like it's opening up to you. So basically you start drawing your petal from the middle of previous petal. So that's where you visually aim when you're drawing. And also don't worry if the lines are not as curvy, maybe as you would like, as I would like, because I am starting to have this doubt. Oh, maybe it's not, they're more triangular than like a petal shape. But it's all good, because once we start tracing it with glitter glue, and it's just the way it lays down, it will be kind of, shapely, textured, so it will look rounded anyway. So nothing to be concerned about here as well. Let's go to the next round. And I'm really liking how it's coming out. And I am so happy that I have you all watching me live. It's really amazing because it's always like, oh my god, what if nobody joins and I will be talking into empty screen? But in reality it doesn't really matter because this video will also be watched afterwards. So okay, I am getting closer to the edges, doing final circle. And I really wish everyone who is going to participate in this, who already purchased the canvas and the supplies, please give me a shout so I have an idea who is with me on this. And please feel free to post, ask questions in the group. It would really make me happy if this becomes this sort of collaboration environment where we throw ideas around. And while you're doing this, don't forget to breathe, because breathing is important. The oxygen going into the brain, stimulating our neurons. Here I am going a little further because I just feel like I want to make them bigger than this circle. That's how I feel. love this eraser. It erases so clean, especially considering that we're doing it on canvas, because it's really hard to erase pencil on canvas. We're using this regular eraser. Okay, I guess I will make another circle here, and actually I had this crazy idea. I don't know how it will work out, but I felt like continuing these petals on the side of the canvas. Yeah, just so it kind of envelopes this whole canvas and continues on the sides. So let's see how it goes. Let me make this final circle, orientation sort of circle. Let's go to here along the edges. Ooh. Okay. Okay, so we're making another circle like this until here. And it doesn't really matter until where it goes. Like, I felt that it should be here, so I, just make sure it's the same distance from the circle for all the petals that you're making right now. This one is a little bit off. Let's make it like this. Okay, so let's do another one. I think this is where it's going to kind of start going over. So I'm going to continue these lines here, orientation lines. I don't really know how it's going to look because I haven't really practiced it. But, if it doesn't work out, we can always erase, 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 erase. Okay, so what I'm going to do is kind of start here, make a really big petal, and I will continue later here. I will finish it, but for now I'll just make the starting lines. Okay, here it will probably go to here. Something like this. And then this. Okay, I see that I have been shifting and you probably don't see what I'm doing. Gotta be careful. Okay. So now let's finish this. I went a little too far here. Let me just turn the camera like this. It would be much better. So I am continuing these petals, taking them outside of the canvas and to the sides. It might not come up perfect, but we'll see. It will still look good. Who doesn't like the view of a beautiful flower opening up? Okay, next we will do this. So a petal will start here. And I'll kind of mark it here. So here I don't, yeah, it will be, yeah. So I'll just put these arches here. And here. they would meet here. Let's see. Like this, something like that. So I will try to do something similar on this side. So I put a dot, and no, I think it should be more closer to the middle, like this. Here in the middle. So it's important to remember that once we start tracing this with glitter, we'll need to be really careful about doing the sides. Maybe do one side and then let it dry, and then do next side. So we'll need to work out some kind of plan around it. Okay, one last side. Okay, and let's do the next one. It's gonna be like this. I feel, or maybe not. Let's see. So on the corners, it's going to look like this. To the bottom corner, to the very end of the canvas. So let's do the corners first. And this is something I have never done before. Like extending the painting onto its sides, sort of overflowing. So it should be very interesting effect. just don't be afraid to make this like strikes. Kind of relax, keep your hand relaxed, and you know, it's gonna go how it's gonna go. And then you can take a razor and kind of shape it up. So you use eraser for drawing also to make your lines more perfect. Okay, so let me see how this one is going to go. So I feel that it kind of, it's going to, they will not touch, they will not connect here. It's gonna look like they kind of go like behind the canvas. I think it looks very mysterious. It's like, you know, let me take it off the wall and see what's going on behind. Okay, and we just need to add a hint of another petal here. And it will go like this, I guess. So I mean, it's easy to get confused with this. So kind of do one side and then do like focus on having like a mirror reflection on the other side, right? And we're almost there. Last side. So this is basically how it's going to look, and I am really happy and excited that it came out. I think it looks really neat. Yeah, and it's something new that I'm doing. I have never done it before, so, and that's what I love with my painting. I always try to come up with some twist, surprise, sort of. Like, who would expect this flower, like a mandala, who would expect for it to spill onto the sides? I think it's pretty cool. Okay, I am back. So I hope you like this class and everything was clear. If not, feel free to ask questions. You can comment on this video or send me a private message. If you need any guidance, any answers, I would love to help you out, and I'm really excited. So next class you will be needing well, your canvas with the drawing and glitter glue. I posted all the links in the group to where to buy this. You can order it and online, and I added the link for that, or you can go to Michael's. And one more thing, you'll need palette knife. And that's all for today. Have a great rest of your day, and goodbye.